Hey guys, well, thought I'd talk a little bit about my new UTV here I bought yesterday. Now it's CFMOTO UFORCE 1000. It has a 1000 horse engine. It's 79 horse to the wheels. It is 60 some foot-pounds of torque, top speed 75 mile an hour, low range top speed in the 40s. So you really want to use low range a lot. But what I want to talk about in here is why I bought this. Why I went with CFMOTO. Very new to them, don't know much about them. I know more now. They're a Chinese company. They sell them all over the world. They've been in business for 31 years. Started selling parts, making parts, and here they are now. They make their own engines. Kind of like the Kubota thing. Not saying they're Kubota, just saying make all their own stuff, put it on their vehicles. They got really nice LED lights all the way around, headlights, tail lights, backup lights when it's in reverse. There's no models. I was looking at Kawasaki mules. I was looking at Can-Am Defenders. I was looking at Honda Pioneers. Now, one big issue everybody's dealing with, and if you are in the market for one, you better act on it. There's very limited supply because of COVID. That's a whole other thing. But parts, everything. And as the weather's getting nicer, these are going to start selling out. And I've had many dealers tell me, some, the honest ones, that it's into August that they are booked up to getting for people that have ordered them. They are not guaranteeing when they're coming in. You have to put money down, and they won't go past August because that's the new models will be out by then. They don't even know what the prices are. I was told they're selling 10% of what they could sell because of the unavailability to get their hands on them, and this is across the line. So a lot of the dealers around here in Wisconsin I was calling, they had some, but they're doing some are doing very sketchy practices, like you have to they have them in stock, but you have to finance with them, and they're charging 11% on the finance. Yeah. So dealer, the MSRP, usually that's the high point, and then you deal. There's no dealing. I had a Honda Pioneer that MSRP'd for 17.2, and all the dealer fees in there was 4 to 5 of them they added on. They quoted me $20,300 before taxes. Ain't gonna happen. So I won't call that dealer for anything. But I'm just telling you what it reminds me of the Harleys in the 90s. What was going on? Anyways, so all these dealers I was calling around for, or two, I was noticing that, the CFMOTO kept popping up, and they had them in stock. And I went to good old YouTube and watched some videos, watched some more videos, and more, and I was kind of impressed. And the biggest thing that catches your eye is the styling. They look nice, but then they have a lot of the features that you like, that you end up putting on anyways, or you wish you had. Poly roof. Now what I'm going to list, they don't have the tiers. Like some have the standard base model with the 12-inch rims. Well, who the hell, most people want at least that 14 so they can run a bigger tire and get the ground clearance. So they don't have that. They have a model. It's a UF like this, UFORCE 1000. You're going to get what comes on it. And what comes on it was the poly roof. And I know I'm going to miss a couple. But the poly roof, 14-inch rims, aluminum rims, with the tires, 27-inch tires, I believe. 27 or 28, but the bigger tires. A winch, factory installed winch with the plug-in remote and a wireless controller. I'll show you how that works later. Front differential lock on these. The rears are always locked in. They don't have a turf mode on this. You have 2-wheel, you have 4-wheel drive, and then you have lock, which locks the front wheels in. So it will go through some stuff. It's an 80-inch wheelbase. It's 1,520 pounds. 10.5-gallon fuel tank, which is very nice. Storage under the seats and all that. But they have a nice contoured 60/40 seat. My complaint with the Kawasaki was, I love that machine, man. That thing was built solid. The dealers all really brag them up. And my only problem was it's the freaking length. Because I had a Ranger Crew 800 or 2011. And you just get into the damn tight spots, and it goes back to driving a truck. And I do that for a living. And so that I just wanted to stay away from that. And on the mules, they've got the smaller tires, and that, you know, they're heavy and don't take much. I like to go out and play every once in a while or in the snow, and you get that damn thing stuck. It's you're pulling a truck out of the ditch, you know, or wherever you are. The mule also had the metal across the roll cage in the back to get to the box, and my dog needs to jump back in there. So you know, it just couldn't do it. And that was, you know, that was a limited, I think, for 17 something before tax and that. The Pioneer was 17 something for the Deluxe. That's the middle of the road. And then the Defender was 18 for the 1000. And you know, that was the middle. The XT, that was the middle of the road with that. But back to this. So you get the winch, LED headlights, LED parking lights, LED backup lights. Inside the backup lights, there are brake lights. But inside the brake lights, they look like a letter 8 or number 8 or letter B. Inside, there's LED lights that are white that are backup lights. When you put in reverse, they light up. And, you know, it's just stuff like that made it's stuff you use. Independent suspension. The A-arms are the gull wing style, the new style, so it increases your ground clearance. It comes from the hub and goes up and then over. They have protection on it. There was just a lot that came standard with it, that it comes nicely featured. You can actually, you know, buy it, go home, and other than a windshield, where this has a square frame roll bars, so it's inset, you can get, but that's kind of a personalized thing. Some people want the tip up ones, some want a poly and that, so that, you know, you can do that. The dealer would have put one on, but I know what I want. And I looked at the one I wanted. It's a poly with the sliding vents that the holes line up and you just slide it over, and then the holes line up and the arrow come through, or you just slide it over a couple inches and then it blocks it off. It wasn't even $300 for the windshield. So, you know, use it till it's junk, go spend $300 and get another one. I get the glass and all that, but I think I'm going to be trailering it some places to ride, and I kind of want to just, sometimes, you know, if I'm taking the dogs, I don't need a windshield because we ain't going to go that fast, and it's nice just to be out in the open air. They have cabs with heat and all that. So far down the road, if ever. I like being out in the air, you know, but if it does rain, it's nice to have at least the roof on so it's not pissing down your neck. So yeah, with that said, the way this sits right now, I added nothing to it. It was $12,000, $11,999, and there was a destination fee of $600 and some, and then depending on your state's sales tax, you know, Wisconsin, they tax the living shit out of us. So my out-the-door price for this machine was $13,500 maybe. I think that's something, $13,500. But before the taxes or whatever, it was $12,788 before taxes. So that's as this sit with the dealer. the destination charge or whatever. But man, that's a 75 mile an hour machine with tons of power. It's a 1-year warranty. You can buy up to 5 years extended. You have a year to purchase it. I checked out like for 4 years to extended 4 years, which would get me 5 years down the road. That came out to, it was $1,400. So, you know, it's there if you want it. I'm not a big fan of the extended warranties, but for $1,400, I know they got all their caveats, how they're gonna, you know, you change anything and you're gonna void the warranty. So pretty, usually I'd imagine it's just a donation to the company. But that's neither here nor there. But they're available. It came in a blue. The blues, the color of the stripes here on the stickers, that blue, you could get the whole thing in that blue, and they're going on. The camo, they got a camo one that's I don't know, $400 or $500 more for that camo one. There was a couple of those available. I was like, I better get you know, the silver one. This will work. But so I really just rode around with the dogs and that, and up and down the road a little bit, just playing. But I'll just do more videos like I do with my tractor, and don't ever have a problem holding back. So you'll know what I like, what I don't like, and I couldn't spend, you know, by the time you get your taxes and all that, just $20-some thousand on a, you know, a side-by-side that I'm not going to use all the time. You know, when I'm out on the road, I'm gone from home 6 days at a time, and it sits here, and I just didn't want that payment. I didn't want that, you know, that huge cost of that for something that I don't use all the time. But when I use it, I want it to work and ride, and I want to see how it goes. But their 800 was $1,000 less. The only thing I didn't like about the 800, it goes 65 miles an hour, but the 800 is it's a two-seater. You got two more or less bucket seats, so you're down to 2 people in that. They don't offer a crew, but man, even their 4-wheelers, there's some nice looking machines. They got a Z-Force 950, I believe. It kind of looks like a Razor, and man, that looks really modern. It's LED. They really like their LED lights all over everything, and so do I. Unless they're on the engine and alternator and all that stuff. But yeah, check them out. I'll shoot some videos and be continued. But we got a new member. We'll calling it Hoagie for my big old yellow lab, and put him down in 2012 was. Yeah, so me, Bear, Bo, and Hoagie, we're gonna spend some time in that. Cheers. Ooh, that's good stuff. Well, here we got the new toy. Bobo ain't liking this because he likes going for rides. This is a CFMOTO UFORCE 1000. Bought this yesterday. I've gone 2 years without a side-by-side, and it was time to get back in it. So let's just kind of go over what we got here. We got 14-inch rims, aluminum, on stag wheels, and they are, I believe, 20. What the hell are they? 27-inch. 11/14s. So there's some features on this I really liked. I like these tie downs on the bed on the outside for hooks. Plus we have some 4 of them on each corner on the inside of the bed. 10.5 gallon fuel tank. Have the poly roof on it. Front receiver hitch. It's only a 3,500 pound winch, but this all comes standard. This is stock. I haven't added a thing to it. We have LED. This is LED here, and then the circle around that LED light, that's your running lights, and then these are the low beam headlights, and then these are the highs. And they also have built in for blinkers, and they have a blinker kit. The A-arms, if you can see them, they're the gull wing, so you get more ground clearance. The mirrors, you got the West Coast style mirrors. They come standard. Same with this cargo net door. I put that on. I leave that on. I took the driver's side off, because if you can see on the bottom, there's a double hook down there, and yeah, that's just waiting to trip you. Dump bed and a standard, just flip that up, and there's your 1000cc engine in there. Adjustable shocks with the spanner wrench. Batteries right down here. Inside here, actually right down in there, is the oil filter cover. Way back about where my finger is, that's the your tranny fluid, and then the oil is right there. And then yeah, so that's your air filter here with the 3 tabs. Another feature I like, tail lights are LEDs. The outer light up red, and the inside right here, these are actually backup lights. When you put it in reverse, you got clear backup lights on both sides, LEDs. So I thought that was nice. You got the 2-inch receiver hitch back here. And another really nice feature for some of us old school fellas, we got grease zerks all over. I mean, all over. All the moving parts and that all have grease zerks on it. I don't know what the hell they got this for, unless it's a quick reference, but thought it was kind of funny. These are 1 inch and 1/2 inch quick measure things, I guess, and then the top side must be metric. So let's go inside here. We got our parking brake. Then we have our let's turn the key, that'll light up a little. You got your rear wheel, 4-wheel. This does not have a turf mode, so the rear are locked in all the time. 4-wheel drive, and then it has the diff lock, but it locks the front axle, locks the front wheels in. So this thing will go through some stuff. And then the digital readout. You got your gear range, the modes, coolant, miles, mile per hour. Speaking of which, this you can see the other videos. This has a top speed of 75 miles an hour. Now it's well, I can show you those tail lights too here while we're at it. You can see the tail lights, and then obviously they get brighter when the brake lights are applied, and then when it's in reverse, it should here's the backup lights with the reverse, so I like that. It's a neat little feature. Has a kill switch here. The red has a horn. It's from the factory. Hazard lights, and then you have 5 areas for cutouts to add rocker switches of your choosing. Cup holders up here. Storage space. Cigarette plug, and then next to it is a USB port. The driver's seats, or these seats are nice. They have, I guess in the past they were smooth, but now they have a stitched in grittier material. It's a 60/40. Driver's seat's adjustable. Oh, here, I know there was something here. So the driver's seat flips up. So we got storage down in here, you know, for whatever you want to put in. They've all got weep holes for drainage, and you know, your seat belts and all that. See if, oh, this was another nice feature, that it has a drain plug on each side. It's about a 2-inch or so. Just twist that out, pull it out, and then when you wash her, well, your crap can run out of there instead of trying to get it over the lip here. The remote, or the winch, comes with a plug-in. It plugs in up by the driver's side with a cable, but it also has a wireless. So you know, you can do that. There's a suspension you can adjust here, and more grease zerks everywhere. I don't know, I just love seeing them. Then every time you hit the mud or whatever, you can do it yourself, you know. The roll cage, it's got a flat spot here for the windshield that I'll be getting. The roof has a lip here, and there's mount holes inside there for LED lights or anything that you would want to put in there, for a light bar across, or just the smaller lights. I leave this side on for my dogs. It's just a plastic glove box, quite large. That's where the here's the remote. You hit both buttons at one time, that'll activate it, and then in and out. You have some storage here, storage there. It's all the way across. Just, yeah, none of this is really earth-shattering. We're gonna get to what's earth-shattering. Passenger seat flips up, and this is a nice feature here. Got a good sized toolbox, kind of lift and carry right out. And it just pops open. It gives you your tools. It has a oil filter. I got a funnel with the tube, with the plug, and then they have a spark plug wrench
and just then a tool bag. But you can look down in here and see your frame or whatever you want to do down there. But yeah, I don't remember how the hell this goes back in. It's probably one of two ways. There we go. And it just, you know, folds down like that. There's a rubber for the center. This flips down. Cup holders. Storage space. You know, it's a pin going through and it's plastic, so yeah. Bo, this is his favorite thing to ride. You got some cutouts up here. There's pre-drilled, fabricated, you know, molded things across the top. There's a handle here on each side. They have a speaker system. You can get a sound bar that runs through. But it has a lot of power. Low range will take you up to probably close to 45 miles an hour. Like I said, top speed 75. The weight on it is 1520 as it sits here. It's 63.5 inches wide. But very easy to get in and out. I'm 6'4" and have no issues. So let's talk price. I was gonna get this machine. I wasn't gonna get it right away. I was looking at other machines, but I decided on this one because I don't do a lot of riding, but it's nice to have around here. I do a lot of chores around here with it, but I also do like to go trail riding. I like to take my dogs. I like to go morel hunting. And I used to have a Ranger Crew, and that was a great machine. The only thing I didn't like about that was the fact that it was like I was at work driving my semi. It just didn't turn worth shit, you know. And this has a 80-inch wheelbase, so it's very short, turns very tight. And I think we've done enough out here. We can go inside. I thought I'd show the operation of the Winch quick. You little bear. So here's the wireless controller, and you have the obviously the out and the in, but first you just push both. Red light comes on, and then you can just spool it out. It unwinds pretty quick. And you just spool it back in. It's not hooked to anything, but wait a minute. What the hell? Well, looky there. Time to go.